14-year-old Tara and 15-year-old Amanda. Both say that their boyfriends told them they were too fat, and if they didn't lose weight, the boyfriends were going elsewhere for a skinnier or prettier girl. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Okay. The thing that makes this so sad is that, by and large, Tara and Amanda are keeping this secret from their mothers. So we think that these two young ladies have a lot of courage to come here and talk about this, and we wanted them to feel comfortable. So we've put the moms backstage where they can't see or hear the show. Let me tell you a little bit about the girls. Let's talk about Amanda. If I'm wrong, you correct me, okay? Amanda, about a year ago, met a boy. She says she fell in love, but the love came with a price. If Amanda wanted to be with him, she would have to lose weight. How much did you weigh?
140.
140. What do you weigh now?
110.
110. That's a large weight loss for somebody your size. That's what she's doing. Amanda says half the week she starves herself completely, and the other half of the week, everything she puts in her mouth, she throws up. Does your mother have any idea? No idea. Tell me what happened the day that he told you you were too fat.
He was staring at these other girls.
Where? Were they live girls or pictures of girls?
Live.
Uh-huh.
And he said that, or I asked him, why are you staring at them and not me? He was like, well, they're more skinnier and more prettier than you are. I was like...
Uh-huh. Did he say you were too big? But
he said that I'm fat.
He said you're fat. I mean, he used those words. How'd that make you feel?
Depressed and sad.
Terrible, right? A lot of pain. Did you took those words very seriously, and now you're doing everything in your power to lose weight? Why do you have to keep it a secret from everyone?
Because I don't want my mom to, like, put me in...
a hospital or something?
Yeah, they make you, like, stay there for 72 hours, and you can't call anybody, you can't watch TV.
Have you friends who've had to go to that hospital? Or did you see it on TV?
No,
how'd you know about it?
I OD'd last January on Midol, and it's like taking...
Why did you take that much Midol?
Because my other boyfriend said I was fat.
So you've had two boyfriends, both of whom say you're fat. One, did you want to kill yourself, Amanda? Why?
Because if I'm fat, then I have no reason to be here. Because nobody likes me.
Okay. So you took a lot of Midol.
8.
Got married 5 years ago. Deborah weighed 102 pounds. She says that when she was thin, the marriage was perfect. Then, when she gains weight, and she's had 3 children, the marriage falls apart because Jerry refuses to be married to a woman who's fat. Deborah says she is so scared to lose her marriage that she will do anything to get thin. Let me tell you how severe this problem is. This morning, Deborah, my producer, was walking by the restroom, and you were vomiting, right?
Yes.
Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for that. 3 years ago, was that after the second baby?
Yes.
Okay, you lost weight, you gained weight, your husband left. The
Yes.
marriage fell apart. Okay? And the problem was he wasn't at home, he wouldn't touch you, and it was because, or you feel it was because of the weight. Is that
Yes.
correct? Then you lost the weight and he came back.
Yes.
Now where are we?
I've gained a lot of weight since I had my...
And what do you think Jerry is going to do?
I think he's going to leave me again.
Okay. Let's talk. No, wait. Jerry, talk to me. What's going on here?
When I married Debbie, she weighed 102 pounds.
Okay.
And she put on an awful lot of weight.
Right.
And her dad, me, have tried, you know, when a person is in good physical shape, they feel good about themselves.
Right.
And Debbie, she doesn't want, from what I see, to really lose the weight.
Okay.
When she was thin, she was feeling really good.
Right,
she was confident.
You call her fat 10 times a day. You've called her lazy. You tell her to get off her fat butt. You won't drive her to visit her dad. You make her walk because she'll lose weight. You tell her she needs 2 chairs to sit in because of her big fat butt. And you have taken food out of her hand, told her if she gets bigger, you'll have to buy a truck with a tarp to hide. Those are all the things she said you said. Have you said those things?
Some of them. But like the thing with going to her dad's, she doesn't have to walk. She has her own car. Her dad lives like 15 miles away.
You used to say that.
All right. While you were on the phone with my producer, she heard you tell Deborah, if you turn sideways, you can fit through the door. Now, let's understand something. You feel you're doing this to help her?
I'm probably a jerk.
Brenda got married 12 years ago. She was 110 pounds. She says she had the perfect marriage back then, but 4 years ago, Brenda got sick with epilepsy.
With epilepsy and some other medical problems.
And that caused her to put on weight, as it does a lot of people. Slowly but surely, Brenda's marriage began to fall apart because her husband did not like her fat. Although he understood it was the result of medication. Okay. It got so bad 2 weeks ago her husband left her. Now she has said she will do whatever it takes to get him back. She, at this point, is sitting in front of us, starving herself. She hasn't eaten in 2 weeks. Now, everyone thought she had a great marriage. He has called her blimp, porky, chubby, fat 4 to 5 times a day, but because she was sick, this made her feel worse. He was humiliated by her and would not let anyone take a picture of her below her face. He would pull on her stomach, although she was ill, and tell her to lose the weight. He would not take her out even to the grocery store. I'm reading all these things you told us. If they're not right, you stop me. She thinks she's fat because he says she's fat. He left her a note saying he wanted a new life without her. She called to ask him why, and he said she was not losing weight fast enough for him. Now, what will you do to get this man back?
Whatever it takes,
Whatever it takes. You know something here, Brenda? Our producers are absolutely panicked because of you. You have not eaten in 2 weeks. You are going to end up dying. To what extent is weight in order to be thin? From the time she was 12 years old, she did everything imaginable to have the so-called perfect body. Why? Like you two, Amanda and Tara, she wanted the boys to notice her and be attracted to her until it almost killed her. Kristen, you started throwing up in the 8th grade. Why?
First time I ever remember throwing up, it was before a big party with all the popular kids. And I wasn't invited to those kind of parties, so I was so excited. And I had a crush on the most popular boy, and he had this model, skinny, perfect girlfriend. So I starved myself the whole week, and I guess eating carrots and that kind of thing. And then I was so hungry, I binged on Twinkies, and that's the first time I ever remember throwing up.
Because of the shame of eating the Twinkies.
Mm-hmm.
Has weight always been an obsession with you?
Since about age 10.
Right into high school?
It was a big thing toward high school.
When you'd wake up in the morning, how would you feel?
I would try to say, this will be a skinny day. I won't eat anything. This will be a skinny day. And I'd work really hard for that.
Specializes in women's eating disorders. Now, I mean, when you hear headlines like that, you know why yours is probably such a busy office. These mothers say they didn't realize the extent of what was happening. And also, almost all of these women, it's for a man.
Right.
Why?
It's not worth it.
Why?
Why are people so worried about looking a certain way for a man or pleasing a man?
Yeah, why?
Well, I think that for people who have a hard time feeling good enough within themselves, there's a lot of worry about being good enough for other people. So even though an eating disorder starts and gets perpetuated for a lot of different reasons, one comment can trigger a vulnerable person, like somebody saying you're too fat. Doesn't mean that's the only thing that it's about, as was being said before. So for a woman who feels inadequate if she feels like she's not thin enough, which we know is promoted all over in our society, if somebody says, especially a man, especially a significant other, you know, we all want a partner, we all want to be loved. If the person we want to be loved by says, you're not good enough,